be right. I think about it day and night. I feel like a king. Oh yeah, baby, can't help but stare. Such a rush, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, guys and dolls, cats and chicks, you're listening to Viva ENT. We're live on the radio in Seattle. I'm here with my co-host,
Devin.
Devin, and the greatest producer in all of Seattle, Mr. Eric.
Hey, it's Eric.
CC Rider. Woo-hoo! Yeah, I had to throw in the woohoo.
I like that. That's the remix. Yeah.
That's our remix, yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have another fabulous, nothing short of fabulous show today for you.
Don't oversell.
Well, okay, I won't, but you know what the thing is? We do have Dina Martin on today.
Yes.
Dina Martin.
Dina Martin, daughter of Dean Martin, the legend, and Dina Martin, a fine singer in her own right, has had an amazing career.
Yes.
And she's actually got a duet
Yes.
with Dean Martin that we're going to be talking about on the interview today. So very much looking forward to that. Again, coming up in the second half of the show.
Yes, and all that stuff for sure. And, you know, Dina Martin is not just the daughter of Dean Martin. She's got her own career. She's had her own career for many, many years. She's a fabulous singer, a performer, artist, the whole nine yards. And it'll be the third time she's been on our show, and I'm happy to say that
Yeah,
she's back on.
We should point out this is brand new.
This is a new show, brand new.
Today.
This is not the best of Viva ENT. Viva ENT. This is live today here in Seattle, and Devin, you
Future best of Viva
the future best of Viva.
Because
Viva
no doubt we'll play this again.
ENT. Devin, you researched Dina a little bit, and you know, of course, she's her music and everything, and Dean Martin, or you know, not of your generation, of course. But tell us what you found out about her in your research.
Well, I'm excited to talk to her. It's a golden opportunity.
Absolutely.
I've been watching her YouTube show.
Yeah.
I guess it's on Facebook. I just subscribed.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
And she's got lots of songs that from her albums, and she sings some of the classic Dean Martin songs.
Right.
And her studio, there's so many platinum records on the back of the shot.
Yeah.
Incredible. But
Yeah, she's got a fabulous, what do you call it, legacy to work with, you know, Dean being the daughter of Dean Martin. Also, her husband, John Griffith, who is her producer, is going to be on the show today. And they got lots of stories, and they're going to tell you all about their Facebook situation, and also her live concert, which is every Friday, Seattle time, 1 p.m., and of course, back east it's 4 p.m. So yeah, and I got to make sure that I watch that tomorrow. So last week we were doing a show about the decade of the '60s, and you know what happened was we kind of didn't have enough time to do the whole decade. So what we're going to do today, on the first half hour of our show, we're going to talk about another generation that you're probably not too familiar with, Devin, but trust me, I'll fill in the blanks. 1960. We're going to divide up the decade from 1960 to 1969. We're going to divide it up into 3 years apiece, because it seems to me just about every 3 years it really changed dramatically. So 1960 to 1963, the number one song of 1960 was A Theme from a Summer Place by Percy Faith.
Percy Faith, yeah.
Percy Faith. The number one song of 1961 was Tossin' and Turnin' by Bobby Lewis, which was a great song. The number one song of 1962 was I Can't Stop Loving You by Ray Charles. And the number one song of 1963 was Sugar Shack, Jimmy Gilmore and the Fireballs.
That's right.
Yeah, and with Eric and his knowledge of the oldies, I know he knows all those songs. So in other words, 60 to 63, it was a good era for doo-wop was still kind of popping a little bit. Songs lost that edge of the 1956, 57, 58, 59 in-your-face type rock and roll kind of faded a little bit. The teen idol era came in, and I'm talking about Frankie Avalon, Ricky Nelson, Paul Anka, and all the Bobbies we were talking about. You know, Bobby Rydell, Bobby Darin, Bobby V. So all those.
Dylan yet, or is that?
Not Dylan. No, Dylan was not. Dylan was never really a teen idol. He was more like a folk guy. He wasn't real. And I don't want to be.
I'm sure there were some teens that idolized him.
Yeah, well, yeah. He didn't have that. He didn't come from that teen idol look
That's true.
with the big pompadour hair and the Fabian type look that all those cats. And at that time, believe it or not, those guys were pretty much ruling the charts. They were it at the time. Of course, the Beach Boys were there a little bit. You had Connie Francis, Brenda Lee, like we said in last week's show. And can you add anything to that? I didn't want to say something. We were talking about most of those artists relied on songwriters to write their hits.
True.
But one guy that didn't was Paul Anka. Paul Anka pretty much wrote most of his stuff.
Yeah.
And he was a great singer-songwriter, wrote a lot of hits for other people.
And didn't he write the lyrics to My Way?
He did.
Frank Sinatra had.
He also, yes, which was,
Because it was, I believe it was a
Yeah.
French song
Yes.
that got adapted.
that's,
And they changed the lyrics quite a bit.
you hit it again, you hit it right on the head. They did that a lot in the 60s. They did that with Can't Help Falling in Love, which is a French song originally. Didn't know if you knew that. And then,
And wasn't Love Me Tender like a Civil War
It
era
was.
ballad? Yeah, that got adapted. I learned that recently. That blew my mind.
yeah, well, the name of the song was Aurora Lee. A-U-R-A, Aurora, or Aura, or something. Not sure how they pronounce it, but the name of the song was Aura Lee.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Take some public domain music, you can adapt it and make it a new hit.
Well, yeah, so, from 60 to 63, Elvis was turning out hit movies. He was kind of like, I won't say he abandoned rock and roll, but he did a lot more ballads like It's Now or Never, which, again, we're talking about a song that was originally A Solo Mio.
Are You Lonesome Tonight?
Are You Lonesome Tonight was a 1927 song that was written. Al Jolson actually recorded that song. So Elvis did It's Now or Never, Are You Lonesome Tonight.
Stuck on You.
Stuck on You was a huge hit. And then he did Surrender during that time. So his songs, he was more into displaying his voice. And from 1960 to 1963, his voice was pristine. I was like, wow, what happened there, because it was really, really something else. From 60 to 63, he was just in a tone of voice that kind of went away, and he started kind of singing a little bit different when he was doing those movie tunes, 64, 65, 66-ish. But, and then, of course, one of my favorite artists of the day, too, was Ricky Nelson, who was trying to shake that teen idol image. In the late 60s, he did a Bob Dylan song called, what was that song he did with Bob Dylan? She's Not There, or not, She'll Be There, or something like that. Ricky Nelson, Bob, she's something. I think Eric's trying to find it right now.
Yeah, I am trying to find. I remember he had some success a little later in his career with Garden Party.
Garden Party was
that
a
was
huge
a
hit.
big return to form for him after having his most success in the 50s. Poor Little Fool.
Yeah.
In 58 was a #1 hit.
Right. And in 58, 59, 60, 61. And then Ricky scored a big hit during the Beatle invasion with Fools Rush In. And then he was trying to really evolve, and he wanted to be a contemporary artist. In 68, 69, 70, he put a band called the Stone Canyon Band together. And out of that band were some of the early Eagles musicians.
Interesting.
Randy Meisner, I think J.D. Sowler was kicking around. The guy that was part of the Eagles and wrote a lot of the Eagles tunes, helped Linda Ronstadt with her career. and it was just. And then, of course, Ricky had the big hit with Garden Party at about 72-ish, 71-ish. You can't find that Bob Dylan tune that he recorded.
I'm looking.
I'd put.
You know, he had a lot. Ricky Nelson had a lot more success as I look at these songs than I actually thought.
Yeah,
A lot of stuff that was kind of like bubbling under or in the top 50 didn't necessarily go to number one. He had, a bigger career than I thought musically.
He went right to about 1964-ish with hits, and then 65, 66, 67, his hits kind of, because of the pedo invasion, kind of slipped. You know, the TV show Ozzie and Harriet went off the air. Didn't give him that weekly spot that he got every week on the TV show. At the end of every show, they featured a Ricky Nelson song.
Wow.
So if you didn't think that was a great
She Belongs to Me.
That's
I think
right.
was,
There you
song
go.
that,
There you go.
Bob Dylan wrote.
And it was a cool song. And I think it was a minor hit, maybe peaked at number 30 or something.
And then in that time in 1964, Dean Martin, Everybody Loves Somebody.
That was incredible. Dean Martin knocks even Elvis couldn't get a number one record in '64, and almost any American artist did not hit the number one spot in 1964.
The Animals, The House of the Rising Sun.
English group, yep, and part of the British invasion.
That was the first concert my mom saw.
No kidding.
$3.
Yeah, I met your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's cool. So that's the first concert she saw was the Animals, huh?
Yeah, the first one I saw was CCR or
No kidding.
John Fogerty.
The
Winery.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love Fogerty. No, we'll talk about Fogerty when we get to that 67 through 69 phase. Next week we'll talk about the 64 to 67 phase, which
That's really when the Beatles hit.
64.
64.
February 1964, they hit the Ed Sullivan Show, and then all hell broke loose.
Scored their first number one hit with I Want to Hold Your Hand.
Yeah, flip side was She Loves You, and or was it I Saw Her Standing There? I think it was She Loves You. But
She Loves You was another massive hit. Can't Buy Me Love.
Can't Buy
Same
Me
area.
Love.
Like 3 in a row.
I loved McCartney's voice on Can't Buy Me Love. He had he just had that great growl to his voice in those days. Let's talk about Devin. Let's talk about Creisler Studios. What's going on with you on YouTube? I know you just posted 16 videos of my band, Johnny The Capo and the Bad Boys, and tell us what's going on with you and some of the stuff that you've been doing.
I've been uploading my collection of video music onto Devin Creisler Studios on YouTube.
That's mostly a lot of local bands, correct?
Local bands, but also some bigger ones.
Cool.
Steve Miller Band.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Australian Pink Floyd.
Wow. So some of these concerts that you go to, are you allowed to actually film them?
Well, I do anyways.
Yeah. Sometimes, yeah. We'll just say no, but you took a little footage. If you know what I mean.
But a lot of local bands, The Warning, Black Sabbath Experience, Echo Relocation.
Yeah. There's a lot of tribute bands out there, aren't there?
There are in a lot of local venues like Tim's Tavern or the Central Saloon. They would have shows regularly.
Yeah.
In the good old days.
And you got all kinds of stuff up on YouTube, including Johnny The Capo and the Bad Boys.
Yep, at the High Dive.
I got my High Dive stuff up there, and some videos from a outside concert that I did last summer. That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Look forward to doing more of that as
Yes,
things come back.
Yes, when the music kicks back in here, which I hope is shortly. I don't know. It looks like I don't know about live music. Have you heard anything, Eric? I think it's going to be maybe September-ish, October-ish.
Yeah, it's really hard to say because even after venues open, I think people are going to be nervous about attending live music.
Yeah.
And they're going to have it reduced capacity. So I think that's also going to make a difference. Venues might not be able to, unfortunately, stay open, stay in business with that reduced capacity. So we'll kind of have to see how it goes.
It's a catch-22 because sometimes it's not worth the business to open for a quarter of the revenue that's going to come in the door. or even many times even half the revenue that comes in the door, because by the time you pay the employees, pay everything, you know.
Costs mount up. I
Yeah.
heard 90% of independent music venues will not reopen in this country.
Ah,
Ouch.
I killed, and I just started. I was just on fire with my band in 2019. It's getting me hot.
Yeah, I've attended a lot of shows and worked a lot of shows through IATSE, and I hope things come back. I heard that they're going to be drive-in concerts. It's like drive-in theaters.
No kidding.
Yeah, that might be the future of shows.
Might be.
Yeah, that is some option, an option that we've seen work as far as kind of like outdoor festivals and stuff, you know, drive-in stuff. So,
I don't know why drive-ins ever went away, because I loved drive-ins when I was a
like
teenager.
drive-in movie theaters.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you know, back in the day, I would, you know, go to the drive-in, put a lawn chair in front of the car, smoke a little pot, and drink a little wine.
Get down tonight.
Yeah, get down tonight, baby. You know, I love
Still
that,
the one.
especially in Vegas, because you know, the weather was always nice in the evening. We're down to what, up about 2 minutes, Eric?
Yeah, we should really talk about Dina Martin.
Dina Martin coming
yeah.
on, yeah. Dina Martin's coming on. Jerry Osborne,
Friend of the show.
Friend of the
who helped
show.
us book a lot of these legendary guests.
yeah.
On the show over the years. So
Hopefully-
big thanks to the Big O. as
The
you
Big
like to
O,
call him.
the
Yeah.
Big O's my man. I do want to mention our Facebook group, Viva ENT Talk Radio, Rock, Pop, and R&B. We're up to about 550 members in a short period of time. I'm very proud of that. And we probably picked up a few members as we've been on the show today, Devin.
Nice.
And what about your Facebook and all that stuff? People can see your work.
Chrysler Studios on Facebook.
Cool.
And just my name, Devin Creisler. Feel free to friend me. Forgot.
Like the car?
Nope. It's spelled a little different. Creisler.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's a cool name, though. Chrysler.
A little original.
Yeah, maybe I should go by Johnny Chrysler.
Johnny Buick.
It's got a Johnny Ford, man. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen,
Corvette.
Johnny Corvette. That's a good one. Anyway, you're listening to Viva ENT. Don't go anywhere. We got a fabulous, fabulous interview, like I said.
And you talked about it, so I thought as we go to break here, we put a little bit of Dean Martin doing Everybody Loves Somebody.
Cool.
Which, as you say, knocked the Beatles
Out of number one.
slot.
Incredible.
Yeah. Amazing.
Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much.
Dina Martin coming up.
Love it. Dina, even
Perfect. Great stuff, guys. That was fun.